What's up, everybody? This is that brown bat back for another mod messin'. Here, this is an addendum to the character mods. So, sadly, this is also a goodbye to the Ronin. So, this bit here that we're looking at, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to do this ever again. So, rest in peace to the Ronin. Let's give it a fond farewell. Alright, everybody, we're back here, and this is the addendum that is going to fix everything in regards to characters doing the Ronin dance, so you won't need the boss fight spawner to get certain characters to work. And I found out what the situation was. So, let's go again to our assets folder. By now you should know where it is, but just in case you forgot, the easiest way to get there on the Steam is to browse local files, and you're going to find it in there called what? Assets, unless you have backups like I do. Alright, go to the assets folder. Alright, so now I've already extracted the stuff for Drax and a couple other people, so I'm going to show you how to do it with Syndrome. Is a character that I have not extracted the files. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch this playlist. Okay? So I'm going to show you exactly what to do with a character. So we're in Assets folder, Character. Alright. So what happened was, let me show you Drax. Guardians of the Galaxy Drax. And what happened was, if you remember the characters folder, and I went to Drax, and I took the motions folder, and I brought it out here, and I gave us Drax's motions. However, you have all those other characters in there. What do you do with them? You take them, and you replace them as such. You either take the characters folder here, and paste it right in the assets, or you take all the contents of the characters folder and place it inside the characters folder. Either way, it's going to do the same thing. And then when it asks you if you want to override anything, that's when you say no. Alright, so what happened was, if you look in there, Drax needs to use all these things to properly move. So, you see Green Goblin's there, Spider-Man's there. Now, if I already had Green Goblin extracted with his motions moved, then that would take care of whatever part of Green Goblin that Drax needed. And so if I would have done this for everybody the same way I was doing it, eventually they would have started working, and I wouldn't have known why. But anyway, the easiest thing to do is that. So let's start from scratch with Syndrome. And he's under Incredibles, INC. And so those are all zipped. So what I'm going to do is I'm always going to make a backup folder. Take all those zip files. Put them there. Actually, I'm not going to need those. So all the zip files are in the backup folder. I'm going to copy my directory. And I'm going to go to QuickBMS and open that up. Again, tutorial for all these programs are in the description. And there we go. And I'm going to select all those, open, and save. Okay, so now in the Syndrome folder, we have all these files backed up. What am I going to need for Syndrome? Probably the pieces and regular Syndrome. I always leave the AI cart and the boss. Actually, I want to extract the boss. Let me just take all of these, and we can do that. I'll just cut every folder outside of here, and Syndrome parts. I want to take everything out of this folder, paste it right here. So that means this folder's empty. Bye bye. Alright, so what do we do with all the characters? We're going to take every single folder in the characters file, and we're going to move it and paste it into the characters folder. So all of them are going to go in there. All the motions folder, that's all that's in there. Right? And when it says replace, that means I already did that, so I'm going to say skip. Don't do that. So the characters folder essentially is going to be empty because I'd already, with other characters, had already replaced those. So, because multiple characters use the same thing. So I don't need that anymore. Alright. Incredible Syndrome AI cart. That is for him riding the cart. I mean, if you're going to extract that, you could do the same thing, but I don't mod anybody driving the cart in 12X Speedway. So that's why I don't monkey with that. So I'm going to get rid of that folder and bring in the zip file. I'm not even going to bother with it. Syndrome Boss, and that's the animation tree overrides. So I'm going to take that and just paste that in there. So I no longer need that. Syndrome Pieces. Now in this instance, we have some textures, which, guess what? I'm gonna need those. Otherwise, when he breaks apart, he's gonna be all black. So he's not gonna have texture if we're gonna use the unzipped. So we're gonna have to take these and paste them into the texture folder, which is Assets Textures. Paste. Apparently I already have those in there, but most of the time they're not. And then you would say override, and we did say override. So back to Syndrome. We have more textures for Syndrome. That wasn't just the pieces. Oh, also, let's take all those files out. Let's take everything, just dump it out into there from the pieces. So the pieces file's empty. Alright, so all these textures we're going to dump into Assets Textures. You know what an easier way to do is just take the texture folder, cut it, and then paste that in the assets. And that's just going to merge everything, put in there, replace. Yeah, why not? Because now if Syndrome was modded, I wouldn't replace anything because... Alright, so that's what you do. You just put it in the textures and then go back to the Syndrome folder. And so he should have everything to use. To properly function as a playable character being extracted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show off the other ones that I did the same thing for, and you'll see they no longer have the Ronin dance. Okay? Alright, so Kratos, walk. Kratos, run. Kratos, use a lightsaber. Hold on, we have to wait for it to load first. There we go. Alright, if you're wondering where that back is, I just told the back not to show up. Anyway, the backpack. So no problems whatsoever with his motions. Now let's load up, who is another extracted character? Ronin, of course. Ronin no longer does the Ronin. Who else? Green Goblin. Who is the Emperor? He no longer slides and does stupid things. Alright, Cad Bane, or Our Star-Lord is Cad Bane. He has his blasters, can punch, he can do it all. And he has the rocket boots. Now if I could only copy the model and get both of them in there at the same time, that'd be great. I think there's a way to do it, just don't know how to do it yet. So now we have a perfect Cad Bane. Not sure Cad Bane would use that, but you know that he has 2 blasters and all those fixins. Why don't you come with me, little girl, on a magic carpet ride? Wow, Merlin, did you like take some jumping juice or some speed?
No problem. This will be a cinch.
Wow, that is one messed up mouth. Janet, you need to go see a dentist. That is so messed up. This is the first I've seen her. But yeah, Joy, yeah, don't swap out Joy for Janet. Oh, that is so not right. No. Use Tinkerbell.
But you gotta see what I have in store for you today. It's gonna be awesome.
And Deadpool.
Have I just been reprogrammed?
So if you remember, the block would mess up and Deadpool would freeze. No more. And remember, Deadpool would like go into an A pose when he swung on the line there. Not anymore. Thanks everybody for watching. Don't forget to give me a like before you click out. And also, if you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Do it now! And click the bell icon if you want to know what I'm up to before I even know what I'm up to, because it helps you see into the future. And I just made that up. Until next time, this is That Brown Bat reminding you to keep on building.